No doubt about it, Dream Chaser is in trouble because it doesn't have a launch vehicle for its first mission. Who's going to save it? SpaceX. But it won't be the Falcon 9 rocket. So which one will it be, Falcon Heavy or Starship? Let's find out in today's episode. As we know, EULA was eager to proceed with its second launch in September because it's the final step before the new rocket can be certified for national security missions for the DoD. Meanwhile, Sierra told EULA there was a significant risk in making the September launch date, so it would have to step aside so EULA could move ahead with certification. In a separate statement, Sierra Space said that despite the setback, their first Dream Chaser spacecraft named Tenacity is still on track for its first mission before the end of the year. Tenacity, along with the expendable Shooting Star cargo module, completed environmental testing, a series of tests to ensure the vehicle will survive the harsh conditions of launch and orbit. In early May, the spacecraft was moved to NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida, where it is currently undergoing final testing before launch. While the delay is a big disappointment for space enthusiasts eagerly awaiting Dream Chaser's launch, it's also a smart move by Sierra Space. Extending the testing period ensures that the efficiency and reliability of the first launch will be great. They have also likely learned some lessons from their competitor Boeing with the Starliner spacecraft, realizing they cannot allow their vehicle to have any issues in space leading to failure like Starliner. Currently, Starliner is stuck in space with no specific return date back to Earth. Another reason for the separation of Dream Chaser and Vulcan could be that EULA and Sierra Space were not a good match from the start. EULA should not have chosen a developing vehicle like Dream Chaser as their payload. They needed to act quickly to get their rocket operational. On the other hand, Dream Chaser's development is slow and can't keep up with EULA's pace. Choosing Vulcan, an unproven rocket, was risky for Sierra Space. The delays with Vulcan, whose first flight is now scheduled for January 2024, show the risk of this decision. Both sides underestimated how hard it would be to sync their development schedules. When Vulcan is ready, there will be high demand for it, but Dream Chaser might still not be ready. Worst case scenario, Dream Chaser doesn't even launch this year. We need to remember that EULA's production rate for Vulcan is slow, despite their busy schedule. Vulcan's readiness also depends on Blue Origin's B4 engine. As of now, it's July and C2 has yet to launch, making it hard to know when C3 will be ready. Dream Chaser's chance to launch on C3 is uncertain. EULA might switch that flight to a payload under the USSF National Security Space Launch contract. Delta IV Heavy has retired and Atlas V has only 16 missions left, mostly for Kuiper satellite launches and Starliner launches. Vulcan will be the main vehicle for the USSF contract, with over 20 flights in the backlog. Vulcan also has 2 missions, USSF 106 and 87, that need to happen this year. The time for Phase 2 of the contract is running out, and EULA has been chosen for Phase 3. All this reduces the chance for Dream Chaser to launch on Vulcan and could delay it indefinitely if more issues arise. If Sierra Space isn't in a hurry, they could wait for SpaceX's Starship to complete a few more test flights. Starship, the world's biggest rocket, can carry almost any type of cargo into space. It's exciting to think about the possibilities. Please share your thoughts in the comments. So now, without Vulcan, what will Dream Chaser do to fly? At this point, only SpaceX can help. Sierra Space officials have always said Dream Chaser will be compatible with all launch vehicles, including Falcon 9. Falcon 9 is the most frequently launched rocket of the year, with a great track record of reliability and increasing launch cadence. SpaceX can schedule launches within a few days or even hours, offering unmatched flexibility. This quick turnaround is a big benefit for any payload that wants to stay on schedule. Compared to other providers, SpaceX's track record is exceptional. Since the Falcon 9 flight failure back in 2015, nearly a decade of successful missions has followed. This reliability is a strong attraction, especially for demanding customers and critical payloads. Other launch providers have had more technical issues and delays, making SpaceX the reliable choice. However, Falcon 9 no longer seems suitable for Dream Chaser. With the addition of the Shooting Star module, the spaceplane's mass increases by 5.5 tons to Dream Chaser's 9-ton launch weight. Although still within Falcon's capabilities, Dream Chaser needs a powerful second stage and aerodynamic handling of its lifting body. This means Dream Chaser needs larger fairings like those designed by SpaceX for Falcon Heavy. Falcon Heavy is another SpaceX rocket that offers high reliability with a perfect track record, although it launches less frequently than Falcon 9. The robustness of Falcon Heavy for more demanding payloads gives partners extra assurance for reliable launch services. With the Shooting Star service module, Dream Chaser can transport up to 5,500 kilograms of pressurized and unpressurized cargo to the space station, including food, water supplies, and scientific experiments, and then return to Earth. Dream Chaser can bring back critical cargo weighing up to 1 to 2 tons with a gentle runway landing. Compared to Dragon's cargo missions, which average around 1,500 kg of pressurized cargo, and Cygnus, which carries 3,700 kg, Dream Chaser is more robust. This increased capacity is due to its separate cargo module, which can hold about 3,400 kg of waste from the ISS. The waste module will be discarded during descent and burn up in the atmosphere. Dream Chaser itself can handle up to 1,800 kg of work. Designed for high reusability, this vehicle helps reduce overall costs and offers quick turnaround between missions. Its ability to launch on multiple vehicles and land on various runways makes Dream Chaser a flexible choice for reliable transportation. After leaving the space station, Dream Chaser also provides disposal services through the Shooting Star transport vehicle. After detaching from Dream Chaser, Shooting Star safely burns up in the Earth's atmosphere. Dream Chaser was initially designed as a crewed space plane, part of NASA's Commercial Crew Program, capable of carrying up to 7 astronauts to and from the space station and other low Earth orbit destinations. Dream Chaser is 30 ft/9m long, about a quarter of the total length of the Space Shuttle, and can carry up to 7 crew members. The crewed version of Dream Chaser shares about 85% of the cargo system, requiring only minor changes to windows, environmental control, and life support systems. Additionally, an integrated main propulsion system provides abort capabilities and major orbital maneuvers. Last but not least, the Dream Chaser spaceplane is a multi-mission vehicle capable of supporting various LEO needs. It can be customized for both domestic and international customers through vehicle configuration, launch site, destination, landing site, duration, and many other variables. With its unique design and capabilities, it's sure to be favored by NASA as it reminds us of the shuttle era. This will certainly make the space race even more exciting. Dream Chaser has the potential to compete with other major players like Dragon or Starliner once it becomes operational. However, outcompeting and leading the space race is very challenging, if not impossible, for Dream Chaser right now, as SpaceX's Dragon has established a dominant position with 13 crewed flights and 30 cargo flights. Dragon's milestones are enormous, and Dream Chaser could take several years to reach that level. But against another competitor like Starliner, this might be a reasonable goal for the Sierra space team. Hopefully, they'll soon resolve the current issues and create reasonable plans and timelines for their spaceplane, making the space race even more exciting in the coming years.